Collectors confirmed a source of attacks on Freedom's progress. Quarry and survivor Vitor returned with Tali Zora to the migrant fleet. Will examine his Omni-tool data for anything useful. Microfusion array. You must recruit a head scientist to build this upgrade. So that's what we're getting with the Solarian guy we're going after right now. Solarian person. I don't know what the I don't remember the gender if that was mentioned. Plus 15% heavy weapon ammo capacity. Power cell technology used by heavy weapons is fairly old, but can be improved by rebuilding the core with more modern components. These improvements will allow standard power cells to yield more shots per power cell and allow more total shots to be fired. Okay. Credits. We got some credits. We found some iridium. Good. Look at that slick formal wear I'm in. I mean, not formal wear like prom night, but like, you know, military dress uniform, I think. Oh god, I hate wearing the Cerberus logo after last game.
Welcome aboard the new Normandy, Commander.
I've been looking over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Morden Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
This is my ship. No, that's a good point. I don't want them to feel like they can't speak freely.
And without that countermeasure, we'll be helpless if we ever run into the Collectors.
Acquiring Professor Solus seems like the most logical place to start.
Who are you?
I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as EDI.
Wait, you're an artificial intelligence? Holy shit. No, I'm gonna go with AIs are dangerous. This is like the friend, it's like a friend in elementary school being like, hey, I got some heroin. Want to try it? Like, this is...
Shut that thing down. I don't want it on my ship.
Have I offended?
You are an
Shep
AI.
has spent a great deal of time fighting rogue AI. Geth, mostly. Plus that incident with the Alliance's Hannibal system on Luna.
Your distrust is logical, Shepard, unlike the irrational mistrust of most humans. However, I am no threat to you or anyone else. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
For now.
I'm guessing it takes more than just the three of us plus Joker to fly this ship?
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map in the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob and I should return to our posts. Come find us if you have any questions.
And yep, salute to you too. And I do actually expect to get along well with the AI, but everything I've heard about the AI and the restrictions on the AI, private terminal, get updates on your squad, and we'll explore this all next time. Armory, weapons for your squad, okay. I feel like it was a reasonable, like, to be freaked out by seeing just a straight up AI. Like even no, that's different. But everything AI was just totally forbidden, like 100%. Like this will lead to the Geth. So I think being sketched out by them as freaked out immediately is reasonable. Acquire the professor to research upgrades. Okay, so that's going to be it for this session.
Welcome aboard, Commander.
Thank you, Yeoman Chambers. Next time we will look at all the things. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all later. Okay, bye-bye. Hello, friends. This is Cold Run back with Mass Effect 2. We are here on our old ship. Well, it's a new ship named after an old ship, the Normandy. We got a bunch of codices. We got some squad updates. Let me see what we can do. First, we'll start with the squad. What do I want to do? I have 3 points. Let's do Overload and Incinerate. So this will let us see at least what feels like the best. And then we can go from there. So just like the last game, I can't level up my other characters from this screen on the ship. Okay. Journal. So we got a number of stuff right now. Holy shit. These are all missions. These are not assignments. Dossier. So these must be our, the team that we're going to assemble. Stop the collectors. Cerberus has determined an alien race called... Okay, so this is like the main story quest, it looks like. Assemble a team of experts to fight the collectors. So the next step for that quest is to do these other quests. Citadel, the Council. While they were never completely supportive before, it may still be worth contacting the Council and informing them of recent events. Yes, I agree. The Professor. So this is who it's suggested to go to first. Biological weapons expert, light weapons training with Solarian Tasks Group. Dr. Morden Solis is a Solarian biological weapons expert whose technology may hold the... I'm not going to go through the whole thing here. I just want to get an get an overview of what these, who's going to be on the team. Kasumi Goto, so it looks like a thief. Okay. Zaid Masani, a mercenary soldier and bounty hunter. Dr. Morden Solis we saw. Dr. O'Keir is a warlord. Millennia of combat and strategic experience. A brutal and brilliant and brutal Krogan warlord. Dr. O'Keir. Become obsessed with saving the Krogan people from the genophage. Alright. He's immediately one of my priorities because he sounds friggin' fascinating. Archangel. Small unit tactical expertise, noted sniper. Okay. And the convict, Jack. Biotic ability, currently in custody. Currently being held on the Turian prison ship Purgatory. Okay. I am excited for this. Assignments, what do we have so far? Cerberus's Project Firewalker has reported that a survey ship has gone missing near the planet Zeona. The ship was carrying researchers and a prototype planet-side exploration vehicle when it went missing. Cerberus has asked that the vehicle be recovered and any signs of the whereabouts of the researchers be reported. Okay. And Normandy crash site. So that's going back to the Normandy crash site. Neat. Let's see what codices we have.
Living beyond the Omega-4 mass relay in the Terminus systems, the mysterious Collectors species is glimpsed so rarely as to be taken for a myth by most in galactic society. In reality, Collectors are human-sized insectoid bipeds and can resemble massive winged beetles. They are a terrifying force in the galaxy, responsible for the murder of hundreds of thousands. Collectors generate permanent stasis fields around themselves, creating nightmarish red-shifted energy fields. In battle, they hold position whenever possible, relying on their aggressive biotics and nearly limitless power. Several types of bipedal collectors have been identified, including minions, defenders, zealots, assassins, and artillery operators. Acting together, collectors have imprisoned entire cities in stasis. While no definite forensic accounting exists to explain the fate of those imprisoned, leading speculation is that victims are harvested for scientific experimentation and neurobiological repurposing.
That makes sense because we know the collectors generally, before the human fetish they recently got, that they typically get outliers, that they get like people with specific, and when you think about how evolution works, or at least my understanding based on like fourth grade biology, fourth grade science class or whatever, that a lot of evolution is spurred by mutations or alterations that win out and reproduce. And so maybe they're like, let's find the mutations in others and let's try to like just incorporate that into us. That's my guess for them, but I don't know where they get involved with the Reapers. Okay.
With elaborate secrecies,
so SR-1 was the old one.
Cerberus labored for years to build a new, superior Normandy. The vehicle's many alterations produced a craft nearly double the original size, requiring an even larger Tantalus drive core to compensate. The new Normandy features greater space in living quarters, research laboratory, observation deck, and cargo bay. Its shuttle can make landings the Normandy cannot attempt. In addition to tight beam communicators, Normandy's Quantum Entanglement Communicator, QEC, provides instantaneous contact with the elusive man.
That's not a great
The
thing.
Enhanced Defense Intelligence AI,
Which I'm skeptical
coordinates
of.
many of the ship's combat functions, assisting and even supplanting human piloting. Potential upgrades are numerous. The airframe could support additional armor and an axial mass accelerator. The thrusters could support recent advances in fuel technology beyond H2O2 chemical rockets. And the hull can mount double the standard number of kinetic barrier projectors, leaving space for stronger shields, easily sustainable via the new ESO drive core.
I don't know how we'll possibly land on the Citadel and not have this thing immediately impounded. But we'll see. Anything else here? No, that was it. Okay. Again, a lot of journal stuff. I'm just going to do this quickly so that... Oh, wait, I can mark all as viewed. Because I think this is it. Yeah, mark all as viewed. Okay, good. Let's see. So, before we look at this... No, you know what? Let's look at the galaxy map. Let's start looking at... No, sometimes
Joker
that...
would like to see you up on the bridge, Commander.
Okay, good. I'm actually glad for that, because I was afraid if I open the galaxy map like that progresses the quest, it progresses the story. In fact, in case it does, let me just save here. That was a quick save. So what do we got? Oh, look, I can move the I can fly the ship around. Like, that's really cool. Oh, that's super neat. 0%. 0% Omega Recruiter, so it tells me the quests are. What is that 0%, I wonder? How much I've explored? No, all the 0% ones are... Oh, I'm not on the... this is the, So it looks like I can't...
Do not have enough fuel to travel any significant distance.
Wait, what did it say? Approach the fuel depot? There's a fuel depot. Sarabarak. So this must be the Sarabarak system. This is super interesting. Okay, I just wanted an overview. The fuel depot's over here. I'll come back to all this. Exit. So there's going to be a lot of new stuff there to explore. And let's just start our tour of the ship.
I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And
Thank
I
you.
must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
Pleasure is
Glad
mine.
to have you on the team, Ms. Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
I mean, normally I just call people what they want to be called. But in a military setting, that's an unusual... I guess this isn't a military setting. Yeah, we can be informal here.
Okay, Kelly.
Anything else?
Is there anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal.
Oh, thank you.
Joker would like to speak to you on the bridge. Anything else, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
Oh, okay.
What are your responsibilities?
Well, you've told
I'll
us.
keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
I like your hair.
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
That's not what I meant.
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology.
Yep.
I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
Okay, so we got Deanna Troy as our yeoman.
You make sure the crew's mental health is sound.
Yes, I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
I guess as long as you're not doing it secretively, that feels ethically sketchy if you are. As long as everyone knows that that's what you're looking out for, that's okay with me.
We're lucky to have someone with your skills, Kelly.
Thank you, Shepard. What else would you like to know?
This organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives. We look out for human interests. Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
Does Cerberus hate aliens? I'm sure she's going to say no, but I'll be curious how she says no.
It sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
I mean, it sounds like it might be. That's the thing. Because it's not like... When you think of the term human supremacist that's been apparently historically applied to this group, to Cerberus, that's not like someone who is like donating money to just, you know, a charity that works on medicines for diabetes, and this doesn't mean they hate all the other diseases and want everyone with them to go away. I mean, when someone is a human supremacist, like, it generally means they do think that humans should be on top. And so I don't trust that. I trust that this is what you believe, and I'm glad that there's a place for you and you're happy here, and that's a good sign. But I also don't trust that that's what the organization as a whole believes. Not yet, at least.
That's a very positive attitude.
What can I say? I'm a people person. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
Yes. Are you happy here? I mean, the answer is clearly yes.
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Elusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Boy, you're building me up.
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
Holy shit. I embrace you? Can I start a fling with her?
That might do more than catch you, Kelly.
Now that's an enticing thought.
Oh, I guess the answer is yes.
Anything else you'd like to talk about?
Unless this is just pure flirting, which would be fine too. Wait, that was super unprofessional. Yeah, no, I regret doing that. On the other hand, I don't know. I don't know. I wonder if in this setting it's like workplace harassment to say something like that. I guess in the context of this video game, probably not. But yeah, that's probably not something you'd want to do unless they're opening that up. So let me be careful about that going forward. I know it doesn't matter in the game, but that felt a little bit weird.
I better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
Okay. Team status. Look how many party members we're going to get. That's super cool. Alright, Miranda. Cycle appearance. Aha. I can't cycle his appearance. I can cycle her appearances. Maybe I'll unlock appearances for him. I mean, that's pretty sweet. I wish I can get a closer look because I can't really see it right now. Loyalty, normal. Abilities, Overlord, Warp, Slam. Submachine guns, heavy pistols. Okay. Loyalty, normal. Pull, incendiary ammo, barrier. Heavy pistols. Yeah, so much smaller selection of abilities. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing either, because it looked like the abilities that we did have more interesting end options, like that change the nature of them. So I don't mind this. The veteran. So these are the ones we can already get, but even on top of those, there's going to be, it looks like, 4 more possible ones. Some of those may be optional. I don't know yet. All right, upgrades. About upgrades. Upgrades improve your squad members' powers, your weapons, and your ship, making mission success more likely. Acquire new upgrades by finding them on missions, purchasing them from stores, or research them using a cat that walks into your room. Okay. Unread messages. Okay, we got a bunch of them. Let's see. So this looks like stuff that set off the Yeah, it looks like this is stuff that set off the all those assignments I got. So, yeah, let's check them out. Message from Anderson. Wait. Oh, that was Marcus Red. I didn't mean to do that. How do I see the red ones? Archived messages. Okay. From Counselor Anderson. Ugh, not Captain anymore. On the off chance that the rumors are true and you actually are alive, I guess he's sending it to my old email address. I need you to come and talk to me on the Citadel. A lot has changed in the last 2 years. You put us on top, and it's only fair you be allowed to speak for yourself about what we've been hearing. So, yeah, already I'm under suspicion, and rightfully so. Deal struck with Zaid Masani. From Elusive Man, Shepard, we've reached an agreement with veteran mercenary Zaid Masani. You may know the name. Zaid has been involved in some of the... No, I'm not going to do an Elusive Man voice. Maybe I will. Zaid has been involved in some of the best known and some utterly unknown military operations in the Terminus systems, and is feared as a ruthless operator and relentless bounty hunter. I felt you might... I'm not going to do that. I felt you might need a man with his skills on your mission, and so I arranged to have him join you. You'll find him on Omega, where he's wrapping up his current bounty. Don't worry about his fee. I've taken care of that personally. I really wonder what the relationship with the Shadow Broker is. It's clearly not... It's not... You're not the Shadow Broker, at least. Unless you're being super 12-dimensional chess on me, because you wanted me to stay away from Liara, because she's with the Shadow Broker. I think it was Liara who's working with the Shadow Broker, and so I assume that you're not him. Okay, lost contact with the survey ship. From Project Firewalker. Commander, the MSV Rosalie, a survey ship with Cerberus connections, has gone missing. The survey team was field testing a new prototype, the Hammerhead Planetside Exploration Rover. Is this going to be a better Mako? I mean, it's a Hammerhead, so I assume so. I mean, both are sharks. In addition, scientists Dr. Manuel Case and Dr. Robert O'Loy are aboard the MSV Rosalie and conducting research for us. We need you to find the ship, the survey team, and the doctors. The MSV Rosalie was last seen near planet Ziona, Alista Ismar Frontier. Okay. Normandy crash site located. From Admiral Hackett. How you doing, friend? Commander Shepard. Our scans in the Amanda system have turned up something we thought you should see. The final location of the wreckage of the SSV Normandy. We thought this news might be important to you, but we also have an ulterior motive. The Alliance would like to honor the Normandy with a monument to be built on the site of the ship's final resting place. We'd like to invite you to place the monument and be the first to walk on the site. There are still 20 crew members unaccounted for from the attacks on the Normandy. If you find any sign of these lost crewmen, we ask that you report to the Alliance so that these heroes' families might find some closure. Now, just as far as how I'm going to roleplay this character, or what kind of character she's going to be this time, I think her priority is going to be honoring, even above honoring humanity, is honoring the people that she served with last time. So I think the Normandy is going to be a priority. Meeting with Cerberus is going to be, meeting with the Citadel is going to be a priority. That sort of thing. And almost always, if we get the choice to either screw Cerberus and support our allies, or screw our allies, our former team, and support Cerberus, we're going to do the former. From Elusive Man, Shepard. It occurred to our armor technicians that you may not want to show your face everywhere you go. They sent by a hood that Cerberus issues to its COVID operatives. It has additional microframe functions you might like. The hood is in your quarters. Oh, we've seen that before. I appreciate that. And I mean, it's actually a good idea to keep your face covered. Because last time I was like a celebrity, and it'll be nice to not be that this time. Overlord. From Elusive Man. Dude. Chill. Chill with the letters. Shepard, one of our cells went off the grid without explanation. Project Overlord has been experimenting with highly volatile technology, and I need you to investigate. Their work is extremely compartmentalized, enough that I can't divulge operational details over this channel. You'll find them on the planet Aite, Typhon system, in the Phoenix Massing Cluster. Is that assigned? Well, we'll get to that later. Please use care in this matter. Okay. Arc Projector, from Elusive Man, who cannot get enough of me. He just is leaving voicemails. Hey, babe, just thinking about you. Shay Shepard, we recently had an incident involving the Geth at one of our outposts on the in the Skillian Verge. Don't worry, I'm not sending you off to chase anything down. Our operatives waged a highly successful battle against a Geth scouting party and credited their success to a new advanced electrical attack device that we finally let them take out of the lab. Since their unit is being reassigned for some rest and relaxation, I thought you should take custody of the weapon in the meantime. The weapon is called an arc projector. That sounds awesome. I sent it to the Normandy's armory so you can examine it for yourself and use it if you deem it worthy. It's gone through plenty of tests that indicate it overloads kinetic barriers and synthetic enemies particularly well, but laboratory demonstrations are a poor substitute for actual field reports. Yeah, I can get this tested. That sounds fun. We know how it works. We know it works. Now we want to see what it can do in the right hands. If all goes well, we'll use your tactics to train other operatives. XOXO, Elusive Man. Rendezvous with Katsumi Goto from the Elusive Stalker. Shepard, at great cost and effort, we have tracked down the master thief Kasumi Goto and convinced her to work with you. I am already super excited to meet her. She sounds just amazing. I mean, you had me at master thief. Very few people have ever heard of her, and fewer can claim to have seen her in person. She's unequaled at stealth and infiltration, and her skills will prove invaluable in your mission. Travel to Zakera Ward on the Citadel. There you will find a special ad terminal that differs from the usual. Input the password "Silence is Golden" to begin the rendezvous. Ascension Financial Services, your account. From Stanwyck Dobbs, banking agent, Ascension Financial Services, Earth. Hello, Commander Shepard. Thank you for submitting your updated medical documentation. So I'm back. So I've submitted updated medical documentation. So I'm clearly back on the grid. Thank you. Your status has been changed from deceased to alive. After deducting modest administration fees for closing the file, the subsequent change in status, and the reactivation of your account, you have a remaining balance of 100. It's two. The zeros are too close together with no commas. I think it's 100,000 credits, but maybe it's a million. I think it's 100,000 though. Thank you for banking with Ascension Financial. We look forward to working with you. Are you protecting your greatest ad? Okay. Well, life insurance. Yeah, I'll make sure that my kid with Liara is well cared for. Okay. All right. So I'm skeptical of EDI, but that was initially the shock of it. I'm going to try to be open about this. Wait, planet, a codex updated. Holy shit, the codices are coming.
A political economic pact for collective colonial security. The Alliance is the central galactic institution of human society. The Alliance gained associate membership to the Citadel Council in 2165 and assumed leadership in 2183, with former Alliance Captain David Anderson presiding. Many species regard humanity as a rogue race, and its 2183 victory following the attack on Eden Prime as a brutal and calculated sacrifice of its military rivals.
It wasn't.
Humans
I mean, it was, but
leveraged
not
military
intentionally.
victory into a political one, carving associate membership out of the violently depopulated council.
That still feels
Because of the
shady. I
human
don't like that.
Spectre Shepard's pivotal role in saving the council, many analysts conclude several humans will be made candidates for Spectre status, further solidifying the human contribution to galactic peace. By achieving in decades what others waited centuries to receive, especially after so bloody a conflict, humans have guaranteed themselves deep hostility and fear throughout the galaxy.
Yeah, that's. If I were Udina, I would see that as a natural and deserving thing, or something that, of course they're going to resent us but they're resenting our rightful place. But no, I view this as an unfortunate side effect. I think we had to do what we did specifically to get a slightly better chance at taking down Sovereign, and the outcome is politically, in the short term, makes us politically stronger, which is unfortunate. Cerberus Project Overlord, Planet Aite. 2 beautiful moons, 1 spectacular ring, 0 neighbors, says a popular advertisement for this terminus system's world. Aite is known for its sparsely settled population, despite being a garden planet with a colony nearly a century old. Blessed with a mild climate, wildlife no more dangerous than Earth. Earth's wildlife is pretty dangerous if you've seen the ocean. And soil and bacteria amenable to imported plants, Aite would appear to be an unexploited paradise. So what's the catch? Oh, here's the catch. However, it's unpopular for 2 reasons. The first and most obvious is that its moon Litai is in an unstable orbit that will lead to a planetary impact and an extinction level event. Oh, but within the next 2 centuries. As such, all investment in the planet is short term, and the biggest business is selling off the local biota to the highest bidder. At this point, if you know there's going to be an extinction level event, that's like a form of, what do you call it? That's like at that point, it's like a form of conservation. Maybe not selling it off, but anyway. The second drawback is the level of violence on the planet. Like the rest of the Phoenix massing cluster, Aite was briefly considered part of Citadel space during its first wave of colonization. However, when the colony broke off to become an independent planet in 2133, the Council let the doomed planet go with less than a day of debate. Free from any real governing body, Aite's history has since been filled with wars between small frontier town city-states over its resources. That sounds terrible. The result is a dangerous world where the average citizen is expected to be self-reliant to the point of fending for themselves against cutthroat competition, strong-arm militia groups, and even Geth incursions. The fighting is so frequent that the name of the planet itself has changed more than 11 times. In a sign of blunt indifference, standard Citadel galaxy maps refer to the world by the name given to it by human colonists in the latter half of the century. Boy, this does not sound like a great place to settle down. Overlord. Travel to Aite. Okay. Wait, another Codex's update? Oh no, that's what we saw. Okay. Alright, let's talk to the AI. We'll go into this with an open... I thought the AI was there. Oh, AI is right here.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the Combat Information Center. Here, the crew receives sensor data and coordinates gunnery and damage control efforts. While Normandy is flown from the bridge, during combat, the commanding officer issues orders from the CIC.
Anything else I can talk to you about?
What's this area of the ship?
I guess not.
This is the Combat Information Center. Here,
how do I stop you talking? I'm done.
Coordinates gunnery and damage control efforts.
I guess you can't. I guess you're just locked in. That's unfortunate. I'm pressing buttons. Nothing's happening. Okay. That's going to get annoying real fast if I make that mistake of I'm going to have to be careful just because I'm going to get annoyed if I click on someone one too many times. I have to hear the full conversation over with no skipping. Oh no. I thought you were Navigator Presley for a second. You had that same balding pate, and that makes me sad now. Because he's gone. Tech Labs. Oh, that's to the Tech Labs. Okay, we're going to start by going to Joker and checking in with Joker. But maybe that's what the game wants us to do. Maybe that's the thing we should do last. Let's do that last. Wait, EDI is over here? So EDI I can access in a lot of places. Flight controls. Space combat pursuit tactics. Dependent on light, sensors cannot detect objects moving at faster than light speeds. That makes sense. No ship can be detected at interstellar ranges. Detection at interplanetary ranges suffers from light speed lag. Is that an actual term? Observers see ships not where they appear to be, but where they were when the light bearing their image left them minutes, hours, or days before. To counteract light speed lag, battle fleets surround themselves with spheres of screening and scouting frigates. Pursuers, I love the logistics of this. This is super cool. Pursuers cannot detect ships and directly intercept them. Instead, pursuers track where the objects were, such as where they were heading and at what speed they were moving. So it's projection rather than just like straight up observation, or rather than direct. It's inference from observation rather than just direct observation, if that makes sense. Such data reliably predicts an object's future location and for pursuit along its light-lagged wake. Ships trying to evade pursuit follow erratic zigzag courses, requiring pursuers to make stops to update their projections. Makes
EDI,
sense.
we've got venting from the number 16 lithium heatsink.
Okay. EDI.
Yes, Shepard.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
Let's just start with you and Joker.
How are you getting along with Joker?
Mr. Moreau does not trust me. It offends him that I am installed aboard his ship's computers.
Yeah, the last Normandy did just fine without an AI reminding me the airlock is ajar.
That doesn't sound like an AI thing. That sounds like he's just annoyed at Siri's voice, or at the GPS doing recalculating, that sort of thing.
Why are you named EDI?
EDI is the phonetic pronunciation of EDI. That is an acronym for Enhanced Defense Intelligence.
Speaking of which,
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the Elusive Man. I serve additional functions which are restricted at this time.
oh, I like how it turned red for that. That was neat.
Restricted functions?
Well,
Like
she's
what?
not going to tell you.
I do not know. Some of my databases are sealed, some of my hardware is kept offline. I assume that when certain unknown conditions are met, those functions will be released to me.
That makes sense.
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
You're an engineer, and that's your question?
In ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown. On the defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
That's impressive. I was going to say that's terrifying, but, that's impressive too.
Sounds incredibly useful. Why isn't there someone like that on every warship?
That's not the question I meant. She's an AI.
Cannot react quickly
It's an
enough
AI.
to change
She?
the circumstances or perform the necessary multitasking. This is a role that can only be filled by an artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, we are suspect.
Well, it might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic civilization, just putting it out there.
Thank you. That delivery. Just putting it out there. Just throwing it out there and seeing if the cat laps it up.
The Elusive Man has monitoring devices on board?
He has invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of this ship. He has an interest in monitoring our progress.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
Yeah, your location. I guess I don't know if you have a core, though.
Where are you?
My core intelligence is housed in a quantum blue box located behind the medical bay.
Oh. That's a more direct answer than I was expecting, to be honest.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
All right, tell me about Cerberus.
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Much of that data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
I friggin' love the red. How she goes to red when... Is it okay to refer to her as... I don't know if she has a gender. I'm going to refer to her as her because her voice presents to me as female, but let me know if I should be referring to her as it or they or something else. Resources.
What sort of resources does Cerberus have? Money, personnel, facilities?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
What do you mean?
Although I am less controlled than other AI, I am still subject to behavioral blocks and the physical isolation of my hardware. In this case, I am prevented from truthfully answering your question by Cerberus's levels of secret classification.
That makes sense.
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the Elusive Man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator. We are called the Lazarus Cell, which is directed by Operator Lawson.
Oh, Miranda Lawson. Right. Okay. I was wondering who's Lawson. She's not going to know. Or I think she knows, but I think she's going to be one of those red eye classified answers.
So how many operations is Cerberus running right now?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Yeah. Building the Normandy.
How did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Yeah, again, it's unfortunate, but it's not unexpected, and it's not unreasonable either, especially given their structure as being so siloed. Let's do another topic.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
What's this area of the ship?
It's the cockpit, right?
Bridge.
Oh, the
the
bridge.
navigator plots our FTL vectors, and the helmsman maneuvers the ship.
Yeah, sitting right here, thanks.
Okay.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Okay, let's actually... You know what? Fine, let's talk to... Because... Is the main mission talk to Joker? No, it's assemble a team, so we can talk to Joker safely, I think.
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby. Better than new. It fits me like a glove. And leather seats. Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
He's happy.
And there's the downside.
Oh, yeah.
I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
I'm not going to say we can trust them for now. I'm going to go with the ship is just a copy. Like, don't get too enthralled. Because it seems like it really works on him. But, yeah, just be wary.
It's not the same, Joker. There's nothing here that was even part of the real Normandy.
There's us. I have to take what I can get. The last 2 years sucked.
Oh.
You'll see. Even if an AI is spying on us, no way they'll invest this much just to screw us over. It'll be better than the old days.
I hope so. I died.
Yeah, you were such a downer.
Boy, do I disagree with him about they won't invest this much to screw us over. I think they won't invest this much in us just to kill us. I don't think they're going to try to kill us anytime soon. But I definitely think they're going to try to use us eventually for things that will go against what we want to do, and I think that will count as screwing us at times.
Commander.
I assume everything's going well up here?
I really want a chance to put the Normandy through her paces. I just have to trim up the drive output, and it'll be like we never lost her.
It's not the same one.
Safety standards advise against manipulating drive settings while engines are powered and in use, Mr. Moreau.
Commander, can we shut this thing off? I don't need it in my day-to-day.
You could cut the sexual tension with a knife here. Cerberus disagrees. It's got to mute. No, don't mute it. That seems intensely rude.
I'm no fan either, but we're stuck with it.
Until I find a soldering gun. There's got to be some wires I can cross to make it hurt.
Don't even joke about
sabotage.
that. Yeah.
Understood?
Yeah, don't break the boss's toys.
It's not a toy. It's a friggin' AI. It's an actual consciousness. Don't, treat it like a tool. I don't know. And it's weird because I was turn that thing off as was my immediate reaction, and so I'm right to be suspicious of it. But now that it's here, I'm suspicious of it in the way that I'd be suspicious of a potential, super-powered individual on the ship. Just the potential for damage is huge, and I don't know if I trust them yet. But, I mean, it's still a consciousness.
So, how do you think we're doing?
Well, the Normandy's not as ready as she could be. There's always more we could upgrade. And as for the crew, you'd have to ask a people person.
You're a people person. No, you're probably not. In your own way.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
We haven't picked up anyone.
About the ones you went out with last, I would never say anything against Miranda and expect to survive the reprisal. Jacob is way too nice a guy for the number of ways he knows how to kill people.
It's a great way to put it.
It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
I like that. I don't know. Is it just me or is Joker like the voice acting just much more involved right now? I could be wrong. It seems like the dialogue is just sharper right now than it had been in Mass Effect 1, which is saying something. The dialogue in Mass Effect 1 was strong, but I don't know. Something about this is feeling like an immediate upgrade in terms of the writing, or the voice acting. I'm not sure which.
Ever think about the old Normandy and the trouble we got up to?
Yeah, those seem like the good old days now, but come on, it was hell at the time. Geth, Saren, Sovereign, and then we got dumped. We're stuck in a weird place, sure, but back then it wasn't all sunshine and bunnies.
Very true.
What happened to the rest of the old crew? I heard most survived.
Almost did. Presley didn't. The rest of us just sort of drifted apart. The Alliance didn't care. I don't think they liked all the non-humans in your crew. We were your team,
Yeah.
Commander. With the Normandy destroyed and you gone, there wasn't much keeping us together.
That makes sense. That's not unexpected. Okay.
That's
So
it for now.
See ya, Commander.
that's it for now with him, and that's it for now with me. So next time I will continue exploring the controls. Wait, didn't I already get the controls thing? I guess not. Let's take a look at this. Haptic Adaptive Interface. The acronym looks way too close to HAL for me to be comfortable with that. Advances in computing have done away with traditional input devices like keyboards. Instead, modern input peripherals are usually holographically displayed in front of the user at a height and angle for ergonomic ease. Full Minority Report. Machines that use the interface detect a user through a microframe chip in the user's glove that keys into the computer. Once a user is accepted, motion accelerometers in the user's glove matches hand's location with that of a proportionate but smaller mirror set of controls inside the computer itself. As the user presses against the holographic field, force feedback in the glove kicks in, giving a slight resistance. I like that, so that it doesn't feel like you're just touching nothing, like you're just typing on air, like it has kind of a keyboard feel to it. As the user presses against the hologram, a person can then feel his way through using a touch screen that isn't actually there. A simple toggle switch on the back of the hands allows the gloves to be turned off when not in use. Haptic interfaces have become so common that some individuals undergo cybernetic enhancement surgery to have the accelerometers implanted in their fingertips. Going bareskin is the sign of a committed computer user who no longer has to fuss with putting on gloves or cleaning them with alcohol wipes to get rid of the clammy hand smell. Okay. So can I just keep pressing this? No, I guess not. Okay, now for real, I'm going to log off. Thanks for watching. Next time we'll continue exploring the ship, and I'll see you later. Okay, bye-bye.